The do's and don'ts of running your own photography business. Running a photography business can certainly be a challenge, but sometimes we make it way harder than it needs to be. After 13 years of running my own business, I came up with a quick list of do's and don'ts to help save you some headaches and make you a little extra money without having to make my mistakes. Hello, my name is Mike Lloyd. I am a professional boudoir photographer in Silicon Valley, California. I've been doing this since 2010, teaching since 2012, and I've made a lot of mistakes over the years. I've learned a lot over the years, and now I make a lot of money. And this is one of what I believe is my superpowers, is my willingness to get out and try new things when I have no idea if it's going to work or not, because really, isn't that just life? I'm more than willing to just dive in head first and try things and then learn from that and decide, do I want to modify this? Do I want to do it again? Or do I never want this part of my life? And that's how I came up with this list of do's and don'ts. It's a couple of shortcuts that are going to help save you some time and some money and just make this whole journey a more pleasurable experience for you. So I'm going to give you my list of 5, and I'm going to alternate my do's and my don'ts, odds and evens. But number 5 is the one that holds it all together. And I'm not going to tell you what they are because I'm on my second margarita and I don't feel like it. So let's dive in. Number 1, do outsource everything that you can. Seriously, outsource it all. You're like, Mike, but I love editing and I love writing my own emails and I love doing whatever. And that's great. That's fantastic. I love that you love those things. But your time is not best spent there. If you're a professional photographer, if you are a business owner, you are running a business. That is where you make your money. You do not make your money writing social media posts. You do not make your money when you are editing photos. An editor can do it better, faster, and cheaper than you. A writer can do it better, faster, and cheaper than you. I promise. I'm really gosh darn good at what I do. I am phenomenal in Photoshop, and I'm a great writer, and I'm good at doing a lot of the things in my business. It's how I got to be where I am. But then I use that revenue to hire other people who do it all way better than me, and I don't have to do it anymore. I do it sometimes because I want to. Like I write all my Marketing Monday emails for all the Boudoir Guild subscribers. I still stay engaged. I can make these videos. I can do my live videos in the Facebook group. I hold events with my clients. I have time to do the things that are like my absolute superpower that require my face in front of a camera that can't be replicated, at least not yet. AI may change that in the next year. Who knows? But the things that don't actually require me to do them, I've outsourced now. And now I have hobbies, and I have a garden in my yard, and I play competitive disc golf, and I have friends, and I can sleep in some days, and I take days off. Like I live a normal, healthy, balanced life because I've outsourced things that I don't need to be doing that someone else can do better and faster than me. And you're like, but I don't have the money for that. Well, if you can find someone to edit all of your photos for you at $60 a photo shoot and do magazine quality work, do you think your sales averages would go up? Because mine did. I show 100 fully retouched images at every IPS session, and I'm doing a $4,000 average. That is up 25% over what my previous average was when I did all of my own editing and my same day reveals. So now that I show more images that look better and I don't have to spend all of that time doing it, I get to rest and take days off and actually have a life while still serving 4 clients a week and not cutting corners. So I still enjoy doing those things. I do them time to time, but it's not where you should be spending all of your time in the business. Keep that on personal hobby time. Keep the business on profitable efficiency time. All right, number 2, the don't. The first don't. I usually don't like to focus on the negatives, but I feel like this is one of those cases where this will serve you. Don't ask anyone for advice. Ever. Your mind is probably blown right now. You're like, Mike, I'm watching your channel. I would love your advice. What are you telling me? So I learned this from my mentor many years ago, and this has served me greatly. It has also preserved a lot of my friendships and changed the way that I view different relationships in my life. Advice comes from people who have not done it. Counsel comes from someone who has done the thing. So if I want to know how to sell or how to have a best-selling book. I'm not going to ask my parents who have never had a best-selling book. I'm going to find someone who's had a best-selling book and ask them how they did it. That's the difference between advice and counsel. And people will give you advice all of the time, unsolicited, and they have never done the things that we are doing. So you are allowed to tell them thank you and then just move on. It's that simple. The metaphor that my mentor gave me, Greg Reed, by the way, was the hand full of sand. Someone is going to give you a handful of sand. That is their advice, and their best intentions are put behind that. They truly believe that they are doing something good for you. You can choose to hold on to that, or you can open your fingers and let it go. Either way, you just say thank you and you move on. Now, if this person is like badgering you all the time and they're up in your business and telling you how to do stuff, be like, cool, I appreciate that you're coming from a good place, but I'm going to take advice from people who have already done it. So if you're interested in building a business also, I am happy to talk shop with you along the way. But until you've done the thing that I want to do, I feel like I can get better advice elsewhere. And there's really like not a nicer way of saying it, but that's fine because you don't need to be nice. You can be kind by setting boundaries, which leads us into number 3, do set boundaries. This means a lot of different things. It's very dynamic, it's very broad, but it will serve you well. When you go into this, you're a hobbyist, you are a photographer who loves taking photos. Then you become a business owner. Hence the outsourcing, hence the seeking counsel from people who have done it and not just advice from someone you're having a beer with on a Thursday. Setting boundaries, super important. Time boundaries, invaluable. You need days off. You need times with friends, with your family, with loved ones, with the kids, with the spouse, with whoever. You need other things happening in your life beyond the business. Clients cannot call you at midnight. They will not get a text back from you at 5 a.m., even if you're already up with the crying baby. You can do other things that aren't interacting with clients at 5 a.m. Because as soon as you tell someone you have access to me at 5 a.m., they are going to keep accessing you at 5 a.m., whether you want to or not. And because you made it okay once, it's going to be really tough to go back on that and change that boundary. So, people who want to give you advice that have never done the thing, set that boundary. You want days off to actually live a healthy, fulfilling life outside of work, set those boundaries. Give yourself designated working hours. We have a ton of flexibility as business owners, but when I go have dinner or drinks with a friend, or I'm on a date, or I'm with family or whatever, I'm not checking email. My phone is not taking calls from clients. Like I am off the clock. You absolutely do not want to be one of those people who is mixing work into all your other relationships, because you can't do both. You can only do one, and everyone else in your life will pick up on the fact that you value work more than them, and you're going to lose all of those people. And it's a harsh reality that we have to face as business owners. Set those boundaries. Also, with your own health, yourself, you need sleep, you need nutrition, you need exercise, basic things to live a healthy lifestyle. As soon as you let work get in the way of those things, you'll end up in the hospital like I did a few years ago from a burnout, and you will have to make drastic lifestyle changes instantly, and that is way tougher than just doing them because you know it's the right thing to do before there's an actual problem. Number 4, this is a biggie. Do not compare yourself to others, because you don't know the whole story. You can't know the whole story. It's impossible. And there's a ton of ways we do this. We look at other photographers' work and think, wow, they're better at lighting than me. They're better at posing than me. I wish I could make my photos look like that. I don't know how they do that editing. That's incredible. I could never do something like that. Why do you need to? Like, they've already done the thing. You're going to do your thing your own way. Do your thing your own way, and people will love you for that and love the things that you do for them. Also, the amount of money that you make. You might see somebody else who makes $60,000 a year with their photography, and you're like, that's cool. They're not even successful. But, you know, maybe they have money already, but you don't know their whole story. Maybe their spouse brings in enough money to support the whole family, and this $60,000 allows them to upgrade their home and go on vacations and put their kids through college and do all of these extra things totally stress-free while they stay busy and feel productive and like they're contributing to the household. So you might think $60,000 is nothing. That is the world to them. On the flip side, somebody wanted to bring in $100,000 to me, won't even pay my bills. I can't survive on $200,000. I barely scrape by on $300,000. I live in Silicon Valley. This is an expensive place to be. I have a team who runs my YouTube channel and some of my social media stuff and all of my editing and my hair and makeup and this house that I pay for by myself. Like, I have a lot of expenses. So, I need at least $300,000 in revenue. Whereas some people would be like, $300,000? Oh my gosh. Like, I would be the richest person in my county and I could do whatever I wanted and live this life of freedom. And for me, that's like my break-even point. So you also don't know how profitable somebody's business is. They might be bringing in $100,000 and that's your goal, but maybe they're $200,000 in debt and they gamble and they drink a lot of their problems away, and none of that money is actually really serving them. You don't know their story. You only know the curated bits that they put out in front of the public. So comparing yourself to them is making up an illusion. It's making up a story and then comparing yourself to that story. That's really what it is. So focus that energy instead on how can you reach the goals that you have for yourself. It's maybe meditation, maybe it's through yoga, it's affirmations, it's setting intentions. If you're going to create a story, create your own story and then take action to achieve that. All right, number 5. This one, like I said, is going to tie everything together. High five for sticking around till the end. High five for point number 5. Cheers to that. So, what is point number 5? You gotta stay hungry. We get into this because we love photography. And when you actually become a professional photographer, you will find out that very little of what we do is photography. It's like 10% of the job. We have marketing and finances and sales, and we have client communications, and we have, changing the sheets on the bed and recharging the batteries and like all the little things, filing taxes that aren't photography, but they're absolutely required to run a photography business. So this is why I suggest in the beginning, outsource everything you possibly can, because this will get you back to doing photography more than managing the marketing, the sales, the finances, the everything else that comes with the business. If you love those things too, amazing. I do. I love all the sides of business. Do I want to do them all the time? Not really, but I still do enjoy them. So that's fine, but it's not the best use of my time as a business owner. So how do I stay interested in photography when it's only 10% of what we do? I do shoots for fun on the side. I have creative friends like my buddy Rich, who's a body painter. He's phenomenal. And we get together, we have in the past, and do some really cool stylized shoots. Or if, 2 weeks ago, I approached one of the waitresses in my usual Friday restaurant hangout. And this isn't like a rando stranger, though you totally could. She was about to go out on maternity leave. I'm like, hey, have you done maternity photos yet? And she's like, no, I haven't. I'm like, cool. Can I do your maternity photos? And we did it, if you set a model release for me. So we did it just for funsies. I called my makeup artist. Hey, you want to do a stylized maternity sesh? Any look you want to do, I'm game. Because she knows my style. I know what she does. We've worked together for years. And she's like, I am 100% on board with that. And this woman came in and we did these really cool looks and did some fashion-inspired stuff. She signed a model release. That was my only requirement. And we just had fun hanging out and taking pictures that day. And that is why I got into this in the first place, because I loved taking pictures of people and satisfying myself as an artist while helping people feel good about themselves in the photos. So checked all of those boxes. I don't choose my clients. I mean, I kind of do, but I photograph all these different clients and I'm serving them. It's about them. It's not about me. I'm still shooting the style I want. I'm still doing this as my own artistic self, but for me to get to like pick the person and choose the style and not have to sell an album, but just, I don't know, I'm going to try 50 new poses today. Hopefully 15 of them look good. Also she's giving birth in like 8 days, so mobility is a concern. Can't lay on your stomach today. No bending forward. A lot of the things that I like to do. So it was a fun challenge, a fun thing to play around with. So scheduling shoots at least one a month to just satisfy that hunger as an artist will keep you hungry. Remind yourself why you're in this. So those are my 5 do's and don'ts. Do, outsource everything you can. Don't, take advice. Do, set boundaries. Don't compare yourself to others, and do stay hungry. I know this one was heavy, this one was dense, so if you want some lighter videos, scan anywhere else on this channel, watch an image critique, something cool. And if you're like, Mike, this is awesome, you obviously know your shit, how do I do what you do? Head to boudoirguild.com, where I teach you how to do exactly what I do. So you can make hundreds of thousands of dollars a year and be like, yeah, that's cool, I want more. Because you certainly can. Because you're amazing, and I'll see you inside.